Okay. It's gonna be a bit weird doing the Let's Play live. Gonna be a lot more moments of silence, because, you know, whenever I do post-commentary, it's easier for me to kind of plan out what I'm gonna talk about ahead of time, versus keeping up with what's going on here. Also, for you YouTube guys, you will see me interacting with the chat. Well, you'll hear me interacting with the Twitch chat. So, that'll be different from the usual Let's Plays as well. I'm still going to do safe for work language on this. There may be an instance or two where I slip up, but for the most part I'm going to try to keep an eye on it. And yeah, other difference, grinding sessions probably won't be cut out of the YouTube version. There isn't too terribly much grinding. I try and limit it to a handful of places. Doing the 100% of it, though, we will have to catch 10 of every monster in the game, which is a royal pain in the backside. And we will end up maxing out the spear grid. I already have all but like 2 of the trophies, maybe 3 of the trophies in this, so you're not going to see those pop up until the very, very end of it. And this will be kind of an ongoing thing. Can't guarantee when we're going to be doing this, so you're going to get large chunks uploaded at a time whenever I have, you know, the free time to play it and stream it. For the most part, I will be doing it via stream, but I could skip the cutscene.
Maybe our last chance.
For the most part, I will be doing this via Twitch stream and importing over to YouTube, so there'll be that. Can't skip cutscenes in this, because this was before cutscenes were skippable. The game was made. For the HD version, they just kind of polished it, put a fresh coat of paint on it, and put it out. We also get the additions of the International Job System, or International Sphere Grid, which basically starts everyone in the middle. I didn't select that, because, I mean, I don't like using it. It's my personal preference. If you like using it, more power to you. But I want the Let's Play to be applicable to the PS2 version as well. With the notable exception of, we have Penance, the Dark Aeons, all that fun stuff in here. Now, I'm going to try and do this as efficiently as possible. My last 100% run took 100 hours, so we'll see.
Can I have your autograph?
No, no autograph for you. And for this, you know what, I will do a hodgepodge of names just because I know them all, and we'll probably end up calling everyone by their canon name anyways.
Nothing to worry about.
So, any other YouTubers, I'll put their names and channels in the description
Do this.
of the video that I named them in.
It's for you, okay? What seat?
Each block in the front row. Fifth from the right.
Got it.
Teach us how to blitz!
No problem.
I do like, in this version as opposed to the PS3,
Take it easy.
it's a lot easier to read at the bottom, from what I remember. I mean, I could be completely wrong and it could be exactly the same, but I remember that being a little more difficult to read.
Well, gotta go. Cheer for me.
2, 3.
Teach us how to blitz!
Hey, I gotta go anyway.
Back, forward, back, A.
Then teach us after.
Maybe
Or
tonight,
down, left, left, up, right, right, down. X or A.
Promise.
I think that was how you do Phantom Rush. I don't know, it's been a while since I beat 6 this year again. Because I've been going through and trying to do all the Final Fantasy games again before the, whatchamacallit comes out. 15. Hopefully I can get Let's Plays of a lot of them out before 15 comes out, because when that comes out, it's going to kind of take over the channel. Also, we're going to slow down, not stop. We'll definitely slow down on Final Fantasy X when Binding of Isaac Afterbirth comes out, because that's going to be what I stream primarily for a while after that comes out, until I get everything in it, all the trophies and everything. Now there's a chick here that wants to give you potions. It might be this chick. I don't know, it's one of the ones that walks.
Zanara says to myself, what are you thinking?
You have to talk to her like, nope, not her. Oh well.
My dad and I never talked so much.
It's not that big a deal.
Didn't mean to reminisce, folks. Anyway, 10 years later, the Jack Memorial Cup tournament is today.
It's this one who wants a ticket.
The teams that have won through to the finals are, of course, the Abes from A East and the Duggles from C South.
So that's a way you can get some healing items fairly early on. Now, of the more modern Final Fantasy games, I think this one's my favorite just because of the battle system. Like, they keep trying to do action-y battle systems and stuff, and I don't know, that's just not Final Fantasy to me. I like the ability to just set down the controller, plan out what I'm doing. If I gotta take a text or a call or anything, I don't want to have to pause and come back to it and all that other obnoxious stuff that comes along with active battle systems. And here's Titus, looking a lot more Hawaiian than his overworld drawing would suggest. Either Hawaiian or sort of a mixed Asian, Caucasian. I don't know, a lot of people are annoyed by Titus. I don't think he's as bad as some of the other protagonists we've had in Final Fantasy games. I mean, he's certainly a lot whinier than what we had in 1 through 9. I'll go ahead and give it the blanket statement. I like him more than Squall, who doesn't really talk and just wants to walk around being this mysterious bad A. I'm not as big of a fan of 7. I'll go ahead and say it there. Anytime I play it, the moment you lose Cloud that's the breaking point for me. That's every Final Fantasy game has a whole lot of parts I like, and then there'll be like that one moment that just kind of breaks it for you. And for 7, it's when Cloud leaves. That just that's the drag on point for me that I can't get past. For here, there's a couple spots, but they're fairly quick to get through, so they're not too terribly bad. I do like the heavy metal guitar riffs in this, and then in the Jet fight at the end. I'm not going to worry too terribly much about spoilers, because I don't know, it's a more laid back kind of live version of the Let's Play. Sure, we might have some people stop by in the Twitch chat that I'll interact with. Might even have some people hop into the voice chat and talk around with them a bit. For the most part, I'm still going to be giving you the full explanation, the rundown of the game, why I'm doing what I'm doing. During grindier sessions, I may not talk as much. I may try and fill in, like, story time or whatever. Come on, Titus, get it together. Orin, what are you doing here?
Orin! What are you doing here?
Oh, that's exactly his dialogue.
What are you talking about?
I was just trying to make fun of him. And people talked about, 13 being Final Hallway 13. This one, a lot of the areas are pretty hallway-like themselves. There's some hidden stuff around, but, it didn't start with 13, that's for sure. 12 was pretty open, and a lot of people didn't like its battle system or its leveling system. It has its place, I think. It's certainly different, and it shows the growth they tried to do for the series. Remember, they did 11 as an MMO, and 12 as like a single-player MMO. I would have preferred a more traditional JRPG battle style, though, like this. What the? I don't know what's going on. I just want to go home.
Hey, not this way.
You don't want to go that way. Everyone's running away from this way. Let's not go this way. And oh crap, there's a giant sphere of sadness up there with a whale in the middle. A big armed whale called Sin. And, I do like in this one how in the first 10 minutes you know who one of your final bosses is going to be. Granted, you don't know the final boss in the first 10 minutes. But it's certainly a far cry away from 9, where you didn't know the final boss at all once you got to the end of the game. It's like, oh, this guy's been pulling the strings from behind the curtain the whole time, and yeah, go kill him now. Here, the final boss actually makes sense. I don't know how to hold a sword. What do we do with this thing? Well, the pointy end goes in the monster. So, try not to do that too much.
I hope you know how to use it.
And for this part in the early game, you just press X to win.
These ones don't matter. We cut
They don't matter, just cut through. Just kill the one in front. And they're really not going to attack you. It's a tutorial fight.
Don't bother going after all of them. Cut the ones that matter and run.
Just hit the ones in front of you. You could go after all of them, but you don't get sphere grid points, anything like that. Eventually, after this Let's Play, I may try and do a no sphere grid run or a speed run of it, just because I really do love this game. It's not my favorite Final Fantasy, but it's up there. I have a lot of fond memories. I like the way it plays. It's pretty to look at. And the only other Final Fantasy that I can really speedrun is the first one.
Get out of my town!
Get out of my town! Overdrives, yeah, we know. The more time you have left on Orange, the more damage it's going to deal. And really, this guy can't kill you. All he can do is Demi, which is going to take off a fourth of your HP every time. Spiral Cut, hopefully we don't have another tutorial. There we go. You want to pause the cursor in the middle of the yellow dots. And the more time you have left, more damage it's going to do. And this guy, I always remember the Octomamon fight from Final Fantasy IV, whenever you're fighting this guy. In that fight, you fight a giant octopus in the water, and as you do damage, its tentacles disappear. And if you'll pay attention up top, those little tentacles with lights on them are disappearing every certain amount of damage that we do to him. You know, so Oron just took out 3 of them right there after Titus took out 1. And like I said, it doesn't matter how low you get on HP. Demi is a percentage-based spell, so he's going to do what he's going to do, and he's not going to be able to kill you. But that is the Sin Spawn there. And after this fight, you're introduced to the saving mechanic for this game, the Save Sphere, which we have to go around this way to get to. Now, Save Sphere, going to heal you up all the way. It's just a level 1. You can upgrade your Save Sphere at different story points in the game. We're just doing audio because I'm at a scene where we're saving, just because I don't want to go through the cutscenes again on us. There we go. We're back. After I get my computer rig upgraded, we'll go back to more traditional Let's Plays for the newer generation ones and be able to take out those blue screen interruptions that get in the way of what we're doing. Here we get a whole lot more Sin Spawns all around us. These little Sin Scale, Sin Spawn dudes. And basically, you just want to with Titus, don't waste your time. Here in a second, Orin will talk. I do want to kill these ones that start to glimmer on their wings. They're going to do a lot of damage if we don't. Eventually, Oron's going to tell us what we should do, and that little engine will be able to be attacked. But it doesn't matter how many of them you kill, the animation is faster than actually attacking them. So, that's what we're going to do. And here we're going to take the damage while we try and take this thing out. And there we go. We didn't end up needing to tank any damage from that. And that's an introduction to, at certain points in the game, you'll be able to target environmental aspects. Around the Blitzball tournament is where it becomes really apparent, but there are other spots you can do it too, to change how the battle goes, if you will. Ah, that's a really good jump for, you know, a normal human in gravity. Not in water, just standard gravity. Oh, hey. You should save me, bro. I feel like Titus is the kind of guy that nowadays would just say bro a lot. And we're getting sucked up into Sin's butthole. That's really the best explanation I have for what this is, because it don't look right. It's all pulsating and gross, looks like a giant sphincter in the sky. So we're getting sucked up to Sin's butthole.
This is it.
This is it. Pucker up, buddy. It's like that one song, The Great Gig in the Sky, or The Wheel in the Sky, except here it's the bunghole in the sky. And apparently he had Chipotle, because that looks like it's burning. And we died. Probably, I don't know. I do know, but I'll keep some of the mystery about the inner workings of the story secret.
Hey!
Until it matters. Hey! Hey! There's a big flaming J. And here, we just press circle to go down. And you want to just go down and then over to the left where you can talk to your old man who transforms into child you.
I thought about a lot of things. Like where
I'm a whiny little kid.
and what I got myself into. I started to feel lightheaded and then sleepy. I think I had a dream. A dream of being alone. I wanted someone, anyone, beside me. So I didn't have to feel alone anymore.
But yeah, Titus. Doesn't annoy me as much as he annoys a lot of people. To me, he just strikes me as how any normal person would react if they were sucked up into a giant bunghole in the sky like that, and then they're trying to get home. I think anyone would have that kind of reaction. I would probably still be crying, to be honest. I mean, you don't just go into flying buttholes every day. And here, I think there's a chest to our right, if I remember right. No. Maybe. It's worth a peek. Okay, now, if you have a save file already, you can use this thing to put your Albed spheres into the game. Or rather, that's telling you to do something from Macalania Woods. So we'll come back here. We come back here later in the game. It's optional to do so, but we're going to, because reasons. There's really nothing we can miss too terribly much here yet. Another save sphere. I think we got a quiet heal off screen. No, we didn't. So we'll touch it. And then we'll go up here. There's a chest this way. It's not too terribly important that you get it. But it could be helpful later on if I start not paying attention and taking more hits than we should. Ah! I've fallen and I can't get up. Map gets a little confusing here. But essentially you just want to swim towards the screen, because you can see the save sphere where we were just at. So, that's the way you get out. And something is watching us from under the water. We have something's attention. Oh, Sahajins. Excuse me. And there's 3 of them here. I think we only have to kill 2 of them, so. Unfortunately, we got ambushed. Doesn't really matter. Again, nothing can really kill us at this point. But we kill 2. Battle is technically over. we're going to get a little bit of a cutscene, because there's something bigger than just Sahajins here. Something that eats the Sahajins. And it is not happy, but it's hungry. We've woken the hive. And it doesn't want to eat those. It wants to eat us. Now, fortunately, its attacks are also percentage-based at this point in the game, and we can't kill it. But we did get the preemptive, so... yeah, 30. I don't think that's going to be quite enough to beat this guy. It's always going to do half your HP with each attack. So, I mean, you could bother to waste heals and stuff here. I don't. Because you see, we got hit twice, hit it 3 times, and then we get to just go. And oh, there's the safety safe. I bet we can probably get there. I hope there's not an active time sequence in this. There's not. And we probably should have died there. Like, we were 3/4 in its mouth. All I had to do was close it, and we were done for. Now, if you want to enjoy this game, go ahead and suspend your disbelief for how long people breathe underwater.
Made it out of the frying pan and into the freezer.
Because it's an obscene amount of time.
I thought I was gonna die in this place.
That's where we came from. Blocked off now. And this is the only direction we can go. Because like I said, Final Hallway 13 is an unfair criticism of that game, given how the games immediately before it went. Granted, there are some areas that are really open, but there are a lot of just hallway-like areas in this game. Now in this area, a couple of hidden treasure chests. Those contain potions. Nothing critical is missable at this point. In fact, there's only a handful of truly missable things in the game. Heal up to full there. Now we need fire. There's a couple doorways here that we can go in. Can't pick up those dead plants for some reason. That would be too convenient. Instead, we gotta come up here, grab this. Withered bouquet. And out here, you're upstairs. Just a hidden treasure chest. If I can remember how to get to it. Another high potion. Those will be nice. Not necessary, but they'll let us play a little riskier in some areas of the game. I might actually play 10-2 as well. I haven't played that one, so if I stream it, it'll be mostly blind. And I want to say this is where we came from. Yeah. So we have one more door to go in, right here. And it's where we're going to find the flint so that we can make a fire. couple of key items. Nothing really in here besides that, so get in, get out, don't mess about. Come on, you can do it, Titus. Now, you could take advantage of this next fight to go ahead and get another overdrive mode that's kind of hard to get. I'm not going to get all overdrive modes because some of them are just ridiculous. But you could take advantage of this next area to get, or this next mini boss fight to get the loner overdrive if you wanted to. And I'm not going to do that. Basically you just have to kill off the other party member. What I am going to do is try to overkill this guy, because he's going to give us some ability spheres, which we'll be able to get more reliably in this version than we could in the PS2 version. But at the same time, they're at the very beginning of the game, they come in a lot slower than you need them to. And ability spheres, once we get to using the sphere grid, are how we're going to get new moves and everything. So we will definitely want to snag as many of those as we can. Towards the end of the game, I mean, we're going to have more than we know what to do with, and we'll end up synthesizing them into abilities on our weapons and armor. Later on, just if you have any questions for much later, how I'm going to go about getting ready for the super bosses, I'm going to do the Tom Berry method of grinding. So that's how we're going to do that.
Hey, wait.
Don't go out on me! No! I have no friends. I'm alone in a place I've never been. I have no food.
Come on, I'll get more wood.
And my only friend, the fire, is dying on me. Oh, and there's something else that wants to eat me. I got to a safety safe, and now I'm being attacked again. Wonderful. Roar! Now, this guy actually can kill you if you're not paying attention or taking him lightly. So we probably will end up using at least one of those high potions. We don't have any abilities yet, no use of the sphere grid. Okay, we got a critical there, and here we're going to have someone come in to help us out a bit. Not going to tell you this person's name yet. If you've played it before, you know who it is. If not, then, you know, you'll find out later in the story. Now, when H.C. Bailey played, he tried to give the mystique that this could be a dude. It's quite clearly a chick. You can see the breasticles right there. So I'm going to go ahead and call her a her.
You on my side?
Now we have to use a grenade here. Go ahead and use a potion on Titus. Now, on top of using the grenades normally, you can steal them. And since I want to overkill this guy, I'll get in one attack with Titus. Use her to steal grenades. And basically, what I'm going to do is let her overdrive fill up from getting attacked. And this could take a bit, because it's a tutorial battle, and they wanted you to guarantee survival. So, you have a lot more moves than your enemy. Now, what I do like about this game, as opposed to some of the other ones, is that... Okay. As opposed to some of the other Final Fantasy games, is that whenever... I completely lost my train of thought. Oh. The turn-based. It's not fully turn-based. If you'll notice, whenever I use the weapon command there, Tidus's attack gets moved up. That's because each action has a certain sort of speed penalty or cost associated with it. And if he doesn't attack her this time, then I'm just going to say screw it and finish him off and deal with ability spears later. Okay. Yeah. You're done, son. Don't even care about saving you for ability spheres at this point. It's not worth dorking around that much. And we killed him. Didn't get an overkill, though. Overkill doubles the amount of sphere point, or AP, and items that you get. So we got 2 ability spheres as opposed to 4. And it doesn't really matter too terribly much. Man, look at that booty shot. It's a chick. Huh. That was close. Yeah, she's one of my favorite characters in FF10. So, oh, these guys are not near as friendly as we thought. Oh, they think we're a fiend. Fed means wait in Albed, so that at least gives you an idea what's happening here. Basically, she's telling them, wait, don't kill him, he could be helpful to us. Kuno, which means sorry in Albed, for hitting us in the stomach so hard that we pass out, so that we can be kidnapped. And these 2 are going to carry us. Who will carry him? I will. I will. Yeah. So now we're on board a ship. Because this day hasn't been crazy enough for Tidus. And on this ship is an item that, while not missable, we certainly want to pick up here rather than later. And it's back over there in that corner, that little shiny that we saw. And as soon as we get control of him and I can pick it up, I'll tell you what it is. But right now, they still don't trust us that much. We're still pretty darn hungry. We're confused. We're angry. We got a bunch of people that don't speak the same language as us, that have kidnapped us. You swim. And we get goggles. Wow. They're considerate.
I said I don't understand.
Fed! You said you can stay if you make yourself useful.
You speak English? Or whatever the heck he speaks that we understand?
Alright, I'll work.
So yeah, we're gonna work for our keep. Now, over here is the first of 26 Albed primers, which is what's going to help us understand their language. Here, this one reveals that y equals a. So you can find them everywhere, and not going to bother saving. And he'll give you potions, so
Oh, I almost forgot.
here she's going to teach us how to use the spear grid, and it's not a skippable tutorial, so yeah. That's unfortunate. Basically, I'll do a better explanation of this here in a second. Basically, you get The way you level up in this game is not traditional. You get sphere levels, which are the number of moves you can take on this giant grid. So we're going to take a step, learn the ability Cheer. Move to that location, yes. Now, since the character is in position, let's activate a node. To activate nodes, use spheres. Yeah. So here, select use. We have ability spheres. This is not what we have. This is a basic tutorial screen. So, yeah. We have far fewer items and far fewer moves. We have the one move that we got in that last battle. And Cheer is actually pretty darn helpful. Not as helpful to the point as some Let's Plays make use of it. Basically, it's showing you can go through every ability that you've learned. And you can plan out your, press L1, R1 to switch characters. And that's our friend. And you press the big button to zoom in and out. You can see just how big this thing is. And yes, we're going to fill it out, and we're going to fill it out for all of the characters. So yes, we will try and improve ourselves now. And we learn Cheer. Nothing else to do there, so go back to the main menu, talk to her again. And there are ancient ruins beneath us. So now we get to go down there and turn the power on.
Okay, let's get to work.
Roger.
Whee! Let's jump in the water and give a cool 80s movie thumbs up right before we do so. Now for this, it's easy to get lost. Just press circle to dive and follow the chain. She's in your party even though she's kind of following you around. And you get there, the screen and camera angle changes, which gets a little bit confusing. So if that disoriented you, it did me as well. Bum ba dum ba dum ba dum bum bum bum. I like to have her steal from pretty much everything. It's a good way to just get extra items and stuff. Sometimes you can get stuff that you wouldn't normally get until much later, and it helps you keep everything in stock. Her attack is not as good as Titus's, so for a while have her do that. And we don't have the without cheering, we don't have enough power to one-shot anything, so here they're just going to swim in on their own. Just hit that for some extra HP and some percussive maintenance, because hitting it is the best way to make old technology work. There's not really a point to exploring around here too much. There's nothing hidden here. Just get in, get out, and don't mess about. Now, if you use cheer 5 times, 5 is the maximum number of times you can do cheer, so. One is enough to overkill. Actually, that was a crit strike, so 1 may not be enough to overkill. It's not. Oh, great. Okay, camera turns around. And here we just mess around with some stuff. Like, we're from a completely different world, don't understand this technology, but somehow we make it work again. Which, you know, makes sense, I guess, when you think about it. And we woke something else up. So let's go see what it was that we just woke up. A nice little throwback to Final Fantasy VI. If you'll remember, this is our good buddy Unky Ultros. He's a lot uglier than I remembered. He didn't really have anything special to steal from him, so we'll just do some damage while we can. And he's going to try and run away. So he's another tutorial battle. Out of attack range. Trigger commands. Go to the window, stand by. Stand by. And you heal up whenever you stand by, so that's nice. Yeah, we can get away with... I'll steal, see if he has anything. A grenade. So, replenish some of our supply of that. And we're stabbing in the back, so we're getting more damage, as well as the boost from the 2 cheers that we did. I don't like messing around too much with this fight, so... Crit with our item use. Here... heal her up a bit with the trigger command. And we get a new trigger command, the pincer attack. So he's not going to be able to do that Nautilus charge to us again, because we're going to block him off over in this corner. And he's going to try and tentacle rape us, because, you know, why not? And he's dead. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Nothing too terribly bad to be worried about. And we're going to get out through the hole he made in the wall there. Now, probably not going to do each level as soon as I can for the majority of the Let's Play. Oh, that's closed off now. Huh. It's like we have to go this way. And they made a big point of showing it to us because they want us to go this way. But don't get too used to our friend, because she's not going to be around much longer. Well, that's interesting. We turned some lights on. Wonderful. Basically, swim towards the arrow. Don't have to go up, don't have to go down. Just swim in that direction, and it'll trigger the next cutscene, where you find what you've been looking for. Which is this nice little thingy in the rocks. Don't worry, we'll figure out what it is eventually. big, whatever it is. It's wedged in there pretty damn good. But we're back above ground now. Or above water. Airship? That couldn't be an airship. We're on a regular ship. I think you're confused. You don't get to go in.
Hey, I helped out, didn't I?
So we get to sleep outside. Hopefully it doesn't rain. I doubt anything bad will happen out here. Nothing bad happens on the deck of a ship in a Final Fantasy game, right?
Hungry.
Ah, crap, I went and spoke.
Whoa! Right on.
Never been here, don't know what your food customs are, but this is probably food, so I'll just scarf it down. That makes sense. Remember that big flaming J that had like the Y top to it? He's got it in the middle of his back there. It's kind of a motif through the entirety of the game. And don't drink all that water too fast, because you're in the ocean and you don't know what kind of a supply of water there is. Nerd. I think I'm going to cut this off whenever we get to Besaid.
Hello there. What is your name?
And go get something to eat.
Riku?
Okay, so Riku has a name. Riku's name is Riku. For now. Except we can't change the party members' names, we can only name the Aeons. So Riku is going to stay named Riku.
A chance to. Everyone thought we were a fiend.
And I will name the Aeons after friends and people and stuff. And YouTubers, probably. Let's see, there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
We're out bed. Can't you tell?
So 10 Aeon names I can use.
Are you?
I don't
You're
even
not an
know
Al
what
Bed
that
hater.
is.
Where are you from?
Xanarkin. I'm a blitzball player.
Everyone looks at him like he... To steal from A Christmas Story, like he has lobsters coming out of his ears whenever he says he's from Xanarkin, which is really funny and makes a lot more sense, like, at the end of the game.
You guys hit me.
Oh, right. Do you remember anything before that?
Oh, this game, it's so funny.
So I told her everything there was to tell about Xanarkin. About life there, Blitzball, and Sin's attack. And about how Aaron and I were engulfed in this light. I just said things as they came to mind. But then I started to wonder. Did I say something funny?
You were near Sin. Don't worry, you'll be better in no time. They say your head gets funny when Sin is near. Maybe you just had some kind of dream?
You mean I'm sick?
Because of Sin's toxin, yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, there is no Xanarkand anymore. Sin destroyed it 1,000 years ago. So no one plays blitzball there.
Huh?
Well, that does make sense. We were just in Xanarkin. They had the giant flying butthole in the sky.
1,000 years ago. But I saw Sin attack Xanarkin. You're saying that happened 1,000 years ago? No way.
Okay, we could use some HP refill. Go back, talk to Riku, because, you know, giving us control in the middle of the two cutscenes here had a point, probably.
You know, we should go to Luca.
I think what it is if you didn't get that Elbed primer, it's giving you one last chance.
Okay, leave it to me. I'll get you to Luca. Promise. You'd rather stay here?
And I also want to point out, look at her eyes now.
Wait here.
Because we'll see her later in the game, and there's something different about them
One thing.
that's not canon and doesn't make sense.
Yevon says it's a holy place. You might upset someone.
Oh,
So unless they're going for, you know, the point of view of Titus and his impressions of everything, that doesn't make sense to me.
my Xanarkin?
Because her eyes are significantly different later in the game.
Yeah, right, I thought. Since when? Yevon? Sin? Luca? I thought Sin just took me to a faraway place. That I could go back in a day or two. But 1,000 years into the future?
Oh, if only it were 1,000 years into the future. He doesn't know how to keep his inner monologue inner, does he? And look what you did, Titus. This is why we can't have nice things. As soon as you go being somewhere, Sin comes along. To reinforce, hey, this is what you're going to have to kill later. And we get washed overboard, because why not? At least wave goodbye. And sucked into another sphincter-like vortex. I'm not going to save yet. I'll wait until we get to Bavel proper. Ow. Jerk. Apparently that's the answer here in the island towns. Whenever they see a floating body, just start throwing crap at it. Which actually makes a lot of sense. You see a floating body, you start poking it with a stick. Yeah, he's a little too far out for a stick, so let's just throw a ball at him. Ah! Right at my face! Don't do it! I wish I could rename the main characters. Would totally rename him Jake. Either Jake or Bender. Now, right when we get control, we do want to come over here for the Moon Crest. You can get it later in the game, but why not get it now? I'll explain the crest and the sigils a lot later, whenever they become relevant, but just know that they tend to follow zodiac type signs, and there's a crest and a sigil for each of the ones that we gotta collect. Moon, Sun, Jupiter, Mars, Saturn, Mercury,
Finally.
and one more that I can't remember.
Look up.
And thank you for getting our ball back and on the land, but now you kicked it out to sea, and it's gone forever. And I don't see another one, so I guess practice is over today.
Who you play for?
The Xanarkin Abes.
Now, the characters that don't matter as much, like Jado, Letty, Bassa, they didn't animate very well at all. They have like PS1 animation or design on them. So that's a bit disappointing. I mean, they could have gone through and prettied them up a bit.
All right, back to practice. I'm Walker.
He just kicked our ball away, though.
Captain of the Besaid Aurochs, brother. What? You hungry? Okay, back to the village. I'll get you something.
Okay, let's go back to the village. I mean, there's a treasure chest over there. I think it has like an antidote in it. We don't really need it too terribly much.
I just had to ask. It's true Xanarkand was destroyed, right? 1,000 years ago? So it's just a big pile of rubble now, isn't it?
Long time ago, there were a whole lot of cities in Spira. Big cities with machina, machines to run them. People played all day and let the machina do the work. And then, well, take a look. Sin came and destroyed the machina cities. And Xanarkand along with them. Yeah, that was about 1,000 years ago. Just like you said. If you ask me, sin's our punishment for letting things get out of hand.
Freaking lazy. Don't get lazy. Don't play video games all day.
What some goofballs did way back when. Of course, we must always repent for our sins. That's important. It's just that it's hard to keep at it sometimes, you know?
It was just as Riku said. Waka and Riku couldn't both be lying. Why would they?
I do like how one of the major themes in a lot of Final Fantasy games is just anti-establishment. Like, most of the times you're fighting against an empire. Here you've got a religion that's taken over everything.
The fact that Waka was trying to cheer me up. But at that time, all I could think about was everything that happened to me.
No, that's not the way you need to go, Titus. That's a way. We need to go to town. There's food in town. You've been complaining about how you're hungry this whole time. Now you need food. Here you finally got food, and you're running away from it.
A little better, maybe.
Okay, so we didn't take any damage since we touched the last save sphere. Not going to bother touching that one.
Hey, it's this way.
Okay, this way. Awesome. If we need to come back to the beach, we'll go the other path there. Ooh, pretty flower. Yeah, sorry, ADD kicking in. Oh, hey, I know you were drowning and all, but I'm gonna mess with you and just push you into the water.
What's the big idea?
There are some treasure chests in here, not too terribly important. You can press circle to dive underneath the water, which is always fun. There are random battles in this area, too, so be ready for it. But you'll have, oh, as I was trying to show off your party members, you'll have Titus and Waka. Right now, Waka's a bit better than Titus, so and we get an overkill from a crit hit, which is nice. We want to get as many sphere points as we can. Negligible, really, but it's something. There's one of the chests that's underwater here, just kind of floating there. And antidotes. I mean, nothing really critical in this part of the game. Other than, like, the moon crest that we got back there. Really? How many attacks y'all gonna get? And we got our overdrive there. With Titus, we want to use his overdrives as often as possible. A, it's going to get us overkills, and B, the way he learns more overdrives is by using them. So, kind of like the limit breaks in FF7, used a whole bunch of times, you get the new one. Not too hard, not too complicated. Here, this area is just gorgeous. I mean, the texturing on some of the walls is just kind of flat, but it's really pretty. I am a fan of the redone game. And Waka's attacks always just, I don't know what it is about it, but it makes me laugh. Because it's just the thunk as you smack something in the face with a ball. Now, early game here, I will do Sphere Grid whenever I can, just because we need some more stats to make it more efficient. Like here, we're boosting our strength, that's going to up our attack. So we want to get to where we're overkilling a lot of things. And here we get, you know, just snuck up on in the water. And he's trying to be playful. Looks a lot less playful than it sounds right there. And we've made a friend. So this one's not just going to bail on us and leave us out to drown. Waka's in for the long haul now.
You can go back to your old team, right?
And pretty soon we'll be getting more party members, but we'll cut it off before then today.
Sure thing.
Dude, our team is gonna rock, eh?
He didn't sound too enthusiastic about joining the team, just, sure thing, and then just swims away.
I thought then that Blitzball and Sin were the only two things that Spira and Xanarkand had in common. I wasn't too far off either.
Okay, and we're out of the water.
This is where I was born. I started Blitz when I was 5.
He hasn't left his town where he was born, his little village.
10 years.
Which, you know, in our world would be super depressing, but in theirs, I mean, understandable.
So, after quitting, I got this new job, yeah? But every time my mind wandered, I thought about the game.
10 years without a single win will do that.
10 years without a win.
Last year was my big
That's just,
But something else was on my mind.
you know, you'd think you'd give up after the first 3 years without a win, but
So, you want to win the next tournament?
not winning in a decade. And he's in his mid-20s. He's been doing it since he was a teenager.
How we do.
I don't know how you stick with it that long. Like, I give up on a poop after, like, 5 minutes.
No. If I say, what's our goal? You say, victory! When you play in a Blitzball tournament, you play to win.
And we got to teach him the winner's mindset, because, you know,
Serious?
he's never won, so he doesn't know what it feels like.
The one from the sea.
Be on guard.
And clearly, everyone's heard about us before we even get there, even though we took off straight from there to come here. So, there must be some mystery messenger running around.
Crusaders.
Huh? Cruise of what?
What, you forgot that too? Hey, sorry. Don't worry about it.
Here's what I don't get about the game, and I'll go into it more. But someone should recognize the symbols that are literally all over him. His earring, his necklace, his pant leg, his back. Someone should recognize that symbol. And yet, no one does.
They got any food there?
And here we're in Besaid proper. So I'm going to pick up one thing that, while not missable, is a pain in the backside to get later in the game. And then we will save and call it a day for now.
All right. Over here.
Huh? What's up?
We gotta be sneaky.
You do remember the prayer, right?
I didn't know it in the first place, to tell the truth.
You've seen the prayer already. They did it right whenever you landed, or right whenever you got out of the water, whenever they said, "Praise be to Yevon."
Go ahead, you try. Hey, not bad. Okay, now, go present yourself to the temple summoner.
Any blitzball player would know that prayer. It was the blitzball sign for victory.
You know, look in your hands like you have something there. What the heck, Titus? Don't be weird. There's a chest here. We're going to snag it. Come up between these two houses. And more chests back here. Just right ours for the taking. And let's go into the Crusaders' tent here. On the ground there, you could barely see it on the other side of Gata, or Lusu, whichever one that is. It's our second Albed primer. P is B. And here's our save sphere that we're going to use. And we're going to call it a day. So thank you for tuning in on Twitch. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button for more to come. All kinds of turn-based RPG Let's Plays and Isaac gameplay and everything. And yeah, let me know what you think about the video. Hope you have a good one.